Hello, family. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Thursday to you. I am so excited. It is such a gorgeous day outside here in Austin, Texas. It feels like a beautiful spring day. It's sunshine, and I am feeling the energy. And super excited to be connecting with you all this week on Facebook Live. I love sharing the insight that I've gained over the years as a coach and as a business advisor with folks like yourself, and just amazing tips for hacking life and hacking reality and helping yourself become more and more who you are, more and more creatively expressed. Excellent. We see, hey, Jen. So glad to see you here today. I'm going to try, give me a moment if you'll be patient with me. I'm going to see if it's possible for me to see who is in here. Uh, you know? No. It's not, I don't know exactly how to work the Facebook Live yet, honestly, but definitely do some comments or some uh, likes buttons or something if y'all can hear me. Oh, I see there's two people on. Okay, awesome. Excellent. Well, it's 1 o'clock on Thursday, and I want to keep us to our time schedule in working on what we've been voting on this week. So I want to welcome y'all for being here with me, and a big special welcome as well to those who are watching this video in replay. I'm really excited to hear from you what it is that you want. How can I be of service to you? So definitely be thinking about that. Add that to the comments in the video. I'd love to take questions at the end. But I know today we're going to focus on a week of wins, creating a week of wins for yourself. And I love to do this for myself most every week. It's just such a fun exercise to sit down with my planner and actually create the week that I want to create for myself. And especially at this time with the new year, either just past or the Chinese New Year, which is just coming. It's such a good time to revamp the calendar and to start thinking about what it is that you want to proactively create for your week. So I brought 3 different hacks for us to cover today. And a big thank you as well to everybody who voted for the last session. It was really close. It was actually really, really close as to whether we would focus on getting into flow state or whether we would focus on creating a plan. But we did, planning won by a point. So we're going to focus on the planning your week of wins this week. And I'll just say the last hack actually is about incorporating flow state into your life. So definitely stay tuned, even if you were wanting flow state, because this is going to help you too. Excellent. So, planning a week of wins. So, the top thing that I do to plan my week is I give myself 3 priorities per week. And I know that you probably heard of priorities in the past. And one of the things is really asking yourself, what is important to me? But not just asking yourself, it's not just what you think is important to you, it's also how are you actually spending your time? I love that I can use a planner and keep track of what it is that I'm actually doing, where I am investing my energy and my attention and my time. So it's one thing to create those 3 priorities of what you want to focus on for the week. But actually, if I look at my planner this week, I made 3 priorities, and I didn't spend as much time as I expected on those 3 priorities. So it's a really interesting practice. First is to see where you actually are spending your time. Put in the comments, are any of you guys using a planner tool now? Do you use like a written planner, a paper planner? Do you use like a post-it note for tasks? What is it that you use right now for your planning? Maybe you use a digital device. Well, no matter which way that you are using your planner for the week, really narrowing it down and focusing on what you say your top 3 action items are. Excellent. Yes, Google Calendar is great. It's shareable. It's awesome on the phone. I think it's really amazing for appointments. You can also schedule video calls with it, so that's a really cool tool. One thing I've got to say, I mean, I love the digital tools and I do also use digital calendar tools. I love paper planner. And for a lot of people, if a paper planner isn't what you actually want, a way that you can incorporate bringing these three priorities, this into a practical way into your life, is to use a journal and just have a space where you can lay out your week. So you can actually write it down. You actually use both hemispheres of your brain when you write. So it's a great practice, especially if you're consciously creating your week and using words and really like finding like what lights you up about it and writing that down for your week. I find that that's a really great way to set up my week. More on that in a minute when we get to our next hack. So the three priorities. The way that I look at this is look at your week already and where is it where you are spending your most time. If you do have like a fixed schedule, like I always work at these times, maybe when you're talking about your three priorities, maybe it's for your own free time that you're focusing on. But whatever it is, it needs to be the things that where you really want to invest your energy, where you want to give yourself the opportunity to train yourself, to help yourself be even better as in that activity as what you do. One thing that I love and is my main tip for incorporating the three priorities is to track and document it. So that means that writing it down every single week, making sure to indicate what those top three priorities are, and then regularly every day checking in with yourself, like where are you on your path to your goal, like what kind of small wins have you created for your week, and so you set yourself up with a lot of opportunities to win. And maybe winning looks like maybe my priority for the week is to create content. That's like a one that I do a lot. And so maybe a win for me is like spending, an hour on graphics and creating graphics. You give yourself basically, yeah, it's kind of like getting the hearts on the screen here, actually. You give yourself stickers, you give yourself appreciation and congratulations. And the three priorities helps you focus the areas where it is that you really want to grow most and give your attention to this week. So if you guys have any questions about that, be sure and put them in the comments. So that's just a little bit about three priorities. Honestly, that could really be a whole entire session of itself because, yeah, laying out that over time and matching it to your yearly goal. But we can talk about that another time. If you really want to hear more planning advice and more about like SMART goals, definitely let me know in the contents. Oh, you said you'd love to see my journal. Yeah, I could show you guys. I could show you guys my planner. It's pretty messy, but I'll show you that at the end. I will. I'll bring that. Thank you, Mariana, for asking. That's awesome. Welcome, Vanessa. I'm so glad you're here. So we're going to move on to number 2 in planning a week of wins. One thing that I love to do for my week is I love to use themes. So each of my days of the week has a different theme. And this is such a fun way for me to keep my life focused, really fun, and also having that consistency and flow every single week. So I'm going to actually flip around my camera for a second so I can show you guys for just a second. Boop. So I keep it on my wall. There we go. And so you can see I keep some Post-its on my wall and I map it out for my week. So my week, I'll even get you guys a little closer so you can see it. So my week, I have Magic Monday, Talk to Me Tuesday, Wisdom Wednesday, Thunder Thursday, Friday Fun Day, Superhero Saturday, and then of course on Sunday, which isn't up there, I moved it, is Sensational Sunday. Big love to all of those in Austin who hang out at Ecstatic Dance on Sunday and do games and all sorts of the lovely, delicious things we do on Sunday. So you do not have to use the themes that I use at all. That's not the point. It's to create some sort of theme for your week. It's to create things that inspire you on a day-to-day basis. And I would recommend starting, like, maybe you just want to do 3 days a week and choose special themes for those. Like maybe Friday's a fun day, and or Sunday's a fun day. And then focus on the things that you really want to focus on. Thanks, hun. Thank you. I love these themes too. I've upgraded them over time, and I've really enjoyed making them. Oh, thanks for the loves. I'm just so excited with the theme. Each day, I know what I'm going to focus on. I know what I'm going to win in, and I'm going to make progress in that area. So, for example, just like today, it's Thunder Thursday. And for me, thunder is like having an expansive voice, taking action, really moving ahead. And not that I wouldn't do that on other days, but it's like an extra focus on this day. So that's even actually why I chose to do the Facebook Live event on Thursdays. If you have any other feedback about or questions about themes that maybe you're thinking about for your life, I love to make names for them. So if you have some ideas, definitely put them in the comments. Incidentally, Superhero Saturday, that's one. I'd love to have your feedback if you're interested in that. I was thinking about interviewing amazing people who are everyday superheroes and putting videos out for that day. For right now, I just make sure and do superhero activities for myself where I feel really strong and powerful and excited on Saturdays. So that's a really great way to, again, the themes, it brings some fun into your life, but I would say the way that it's really served me the most is the way that it's brought consistency into my life, and it really helps me have a pattern and a flow to follow. So definitely give it a try and let me know what you think and how that works for you. And I want to hear what you name your days and what ends up being your themes. I'm so curious. It's different for everybody, so definitely let me know. So we're going to move on to number 3. So the third hack for planning a week of wins. So this is the flow state. This is the one where we're bringing in ritual and flow to help us create a week of wins. And this is really amazing for me. It's a place where I have integrated my themes in the week. I love that you said you're thinking chakras. Actually, my week is aligned with the chakras and also the planets of each week, which is super, super nerdy, I suppose. But I really love to do that, like keep that in flow and in harmony on all the levels. So it gives me a chance to focus my attention. And I get to do it with hack number 3 by bringing that awareness into my day each day. So it's, in the morning, like waking up and remembering, what my focus is of the day. So it's like bringing that theme into it. Also, I love to give like just gratitude and appreciation in the mornings when I wake up. That's a great way to bring ritual into the day. And I make rituals and integrated into my day-to-day practice. A great bonus tip is that I love to use whiteboard markers, just regular whiteboard markers. Actually, I have one right here. So if you can get all the little colors too, it's pretty awesome. But even if you have just a regular one, you can write on your mirror. You can write on your window. It's just absolutely amazing if you wake up in the morning and you go to brush your teeth and you're not just brushing your teeth, but you're telling yourself beautiful things about yourself. You're telling yourself what it is that you love in the world, that daily consistency of speaking out loud. Words have power. Words are amazing to help you create. And so doing that on a daily consistency, bringing that into your ritual is a really powerful tool. So I love to use that both in saying affirmations at the beginning of my day, and these are ones that I've created for myself. I change them up over time, and I write them on my mirror. I also love to just read from my journal. I have transformations, 10 transformations that I'm reading right now, which is words that I'm reading to make shifts in my life. And even though they're not quite true yet, there's part of me that so wants these upgrades in my life, and so I read them. out loud every day, and it helps me, which is absolutely amazing. More on that another time. I've got a special video for you guys from a friend on that tip. And then if you want to integrate ritual and flow, my last tip for y'all is to use a timer. We talked about that last week. So when you use a timer, you give yourself a container to really play inside of. And so this is one of my favorite things to use with ritual and flow is that I set aside 90-minute, about 2-hour segments for myself to get something done. And it's really perfectly aligned with the 3 priorities and do 3 30-minute segments and focus on each one of those priorities. I love to do this as just a little set, and the way that I incorporate ritual and flow is that I set up my space in advance. So if I'm going to spend that 90 minutes working on my computer, I'm going to make sure that I have tea nearby. I'm going to make sure my environment is really comfortable. There's comfortable pillows to sit on, that the space just really works for me. And then often I will also go within, take a few moments to focus on my breath and really bring in my groundedness and presence. And you can expand that for yourself and create your own ritual. I imagine maybe you have cards you might want to pull, or maybe when you set up your space, you want to bring in some sort of pictures or visualizations or props of things to help get you motivated. The point is to really create the actual physical space and the time space, and then create the reverence, the appreciation for what's going to happen in that space, and then move into your practice from a place of appreciation, from a place of excitement, and also from a place that you don't have to get it all done. It's not going to be all done. Like, just give yourself segments of time and get to where you get, and then take a break, take a breath. We keep ourselves going every day, and it's the consistency that counts. It's not the grind of when we force ourselves, it's the consistency that counts. And I love that you guys are, moving forward, shining on. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll take a few questions if you guys have any. You can put them in the comments below. Now, even if this is after the live session, go ahead and add your comments and your questions. I still pay attention to this, and I would love to hear exactly what it is that you really want, what it is that you would like help on in either like planning for your life, maybe where help in incorporating more ritual or kinds of rituals you can do, other games you can play with your life. Let's see, we have a question, Mariana. Where do you buy those large stickies? Oh, I got them at an office supply store, and you can get them online. They're from Post-it Note. They're just really giant Post-it notes. I'm kind of a nerd for Post-it notes and office supplies, so thank you for asking. So add your comments below, add your questions, and add any of your suggestions for future videos, or anything that I maybe touched on in this video and you'd like to hear more or have some clarification. Definitely let me know in the comments below. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining me today for 3 hacks to create a week of wins. And we'll see you all next Thursday right here again on Facebook Live. I love you, love you. Keep shining on, and we'll see you later. Bye.